What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he a baddie. I'm saying that I'm flying him out the same way that I fly baddies. That's what I'm saying. No, I just covered him up while he was getting his ass busted out.
I fuck the women you wish you could fuck. I could come to Detroit and take anyone that you know.
Let's Mr. 1950. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I could train up a chick to come and finesse you all day long.
I don't think you got that type of game to talk to no woman to tell him to finesse nobody. That's not you. Hey, Anton, you don't have the mouthpiece to talk to women. You talk to one woman. Oh, you can have all the money in the world, but that shit don't matter when it comes to these bitches.
I got a fleet of hoes right now.
Man, you don't got no fleet of. Man, stop it.
It says to be one of the biggest fumbling of the bags I think I've ever seen before in my life. Anton Daniels, I think he's proven to everyone that much of what you see in terms of his wealth building was a facade. I want you to take a look at how he melts down in this interview, and I want you to see how far he takes it. After disrespecting a guest that he allowed to come up on his panel, he could have ended the interview at any point. He carried on, and then listen to the end of it. The end of it is also amazing. Let's take a listen.
I don't have to substantiate my. If you got something you want to say, because I'm pulling you up on the platform to say what you want to say. If you got something to say it right now. Because so you really not gonna listen. You wasn't controlling it. I played nice. I played nice on Lapeef, but I'm definitely ain't controlling nothing over here. So if hold on, wait. If you gonna pull up on my platform, either we gonna have a conversation or we can just remove this, because I'm giving you the opportunity to say whatever you want to say. I'm not censoring you. All right, but you're not gonna control what's happening over here.
Finished? I'm not trying to do that. That's what you tried to do last night. So I'm gonna pick up from what I said last night. First of all, I never attacked you personally. I attacked your argument, and I did it directly. As soon as you opened your mouth, the first thing you said to me was, "Oh, I'm gonna son you, and I'm gonna do all of this." And then when I interject, you said I agree with your point. I agree with an aspect of your point. You said who was him, and I said, "Bruh, I do agree with that aspect," but I didn't cut you off. All I said was, I agree with the point about you have to be that type of person. Now, how you describe that type of person, I didn't agree with. And as soon as I said that, you went into, you had a whole hissy fit, and you started talking about who you are, how big you are in this space, and how you're the king. All of that stuff was unnecessary and irrelevant. All I did was attack your argument. You attacked me as a person. You try to put yourself in a state like you're above somebody, and you're not. When I said you're not him, I meant that. When I say somebody is him, that means this. That means I look the way a man wants to look. That means I speak the way a man wants to speak. That means I have a wardrobe a man might want. That means I may have items a man might want. That means everything about my life, when men look at me and say I want to be him, I don't think you're that person. Now, do I think you have a lot to give as far as financial advice? Of course. You seem to be somebody that's very well off economically. But that doesn't mean you're the end all be all on what manhood is. That doesn't mean you're the end all be all on how to carry yourself. Nothing about you says a man needs to be like me. I'm not going to even say that about myself. But you just carry yourself, and you can't.
You literally just did.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I'm that guy. I said
you literally just did.
I said,
okay, listen. Right now, you just giving your opinion on how you feel about yourself, and I'm glad that you feel good about yourself.
I never said I was I never talked about.
I literally just let you state your piece. You gonna let me respond?
I'm not finished talking though.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Similar to how we did last night, but we gonna get there.
I never said I was that guy. I'll explain how you're not that guy. I never said I was that guy. I never said I was that dude or nothing like that. I never said that, and you can never quote me on me saying, "Yo, I'm that dude." I never said that, and I never will say that. But you said you was that dude, and the only reason that you're saying that you're that dude is because you have a couple dollars, and that's great, bro. We all need successful people to admire. We need people to look up to financially, but that's it. That's where it goes. Like I said, everything about you does not reek I'm that guy. And for you to speak to people that way is disrespectful, and you put yourself and you try to put yourself in an echelon like you're over people. I never attacked you personally. I attacked your argument. You call me a feminine man, which is like calling me a bitch, and then you start talking extra crazy later on. So what I'm saying is, if you want to talk that crazy, let's get in a place where it's me there, it's you there. You can bring Lapeef. You can bring Lapeef or whatever you want to do, and we can have this conversation in person.
You can just kind of tell by his this staccato, the voice, that, you know, he's kind of a hood guy. You know, not saying he's hood, but you know, he's got a little street edge to him. And
person, That's not me saying I'm gonna punch on you.
This is what Anton is running into. A lot of street people are confronting him.
But none of that. But I'm not gonna talk disrespectful to nobody, online or off. But the words you was using, I don't care who you got on your team. I don't care who you think you could call up. You will never talk to me like that if we're in front of each other. You won't do that. So if you could get all flex on
let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done.
I'm done. I'm done.
Cool.
And, you know, this is one of the things I want to point out. You know, I've done business with black people for a long time. And one of the things you have to really be careful with is your choice of words. I've seen Anton over and over now. This is probably the third time he's referred to people, men, more or less, as homosexual, gay, baddies, things like that. You just can't do that with black men. And as a businessman, primarily doing business with black people, he should know better.
All right, so the first thing that you did that you don't want to acknowledge is that I extended respect to you when you told me not to interrupt you and let you finish a sentence, just like I just did right now. And then when I started talking, you interrupted the minute that I said that you was using word salad. That's all I said was that you was using word salad. I ain't disrespect you. I ain't say nothing negative to you. I ain't call you out your name. I hadn't even said that I was gonna son you yet. All I said was you was using word salad, and I literally just played the video for the people. And then you start cutting me off and interrupting me, and you wouldn't even let me speak.
Can I make one small interjection? I'm gonna let you go. I just want to make one small interjection, like I did last night. And I'm gonna let you go. When I interrupted you, brother, you said you're using word salad, and you also said you agree with me. And I interjected and said I agreed with an aspect.
You can't ask somebody to let them finish because you don't even know the additional context that I was giving. You can't ask somebody to let you finish. I'll let you finish because I wanted to interject on you and actually add additional context, but I'll let you finish.
But did you hear what I just said?
Look at you. You can't even let me finish this. You just said that you was done and you was going to let me say my piece. You ain't even let me talk on my own panel.
I just said, though.
Do you understand that you got a problem learning how to communicate effectively and you don't do the thing that you asked for? Do you understand that you got a problem communicating and you don't extend the same grace that you ask other people to do? That was the foundation of the problem of why it jumped off yesterday in the first place. You asked for respect. I gave it to you because you asked me for it. And then I asked you for the same grace and you couldn't keep your mouth closed for 5 seconds to let me give the additional context of what you just admitted that you agreed with a portion of what I was saying. I don't understand why that's such a difficult thing to do. The second thing is, once it popped off, then you start revealing your hand. I seen you on my Instagram story, bro. You watched my Instagram stories. You already had said that you had watched my videos and you watched my content. You brought up money. You wasn't on my Instagram story? Because I can pull it up right now.
I don't even follow you. I probably check it out today to see what you're talking about. I don't follow you, bro.
So did you watch my Instagram story or not?
I don't recall.
And so this is a classic example of what I mean is that the black economy primarily exists in the virtual world. Here's Anton talking to this guy, hey, you consume some of my services. Not physical services, not physical goods, but you watch my Instagram video. This is the black economy at work here.
You're not even moving with integrity, bro. How you gonna say you probably checked it out? You don't know Instagram stories? So wait, you don't hold on, wait, think about this. You don't follow me, but you don't know if you check my story because in order to check my story, you gotta search me up. Because you don't follow me, it automatically don't play on your timeline. You don't know if you check my Instagram story or not?
Bro, I probably checked something because you was talking to somebody I'm familiar with, but I don't follow you, dog. But that's besides the point. Just keep making your point.
This ain't even a conversation in integrity. You not even coming into this shit honest, bro. You not even being real.
I'm not a follower of you, bro.
You not even being real. You check my shit, bro.
Do I follow your page?
Did you check my shit? Did you check my shit?
Perhaps, maybe one day, but I don't follow you, bro. I don't recall checking you out. I'm not a constant follower of Anton Daniels, bro. But that's besides the point.
You do know it shows who checks your shit, right?
Bro, if I did, maybe a day or two, maybe once or twice, maybe. But I'm not a follower of you. If I looked you up, it's because I was talking to somebody that I'm a friend with. But stick to the topic.
Again, this is the black internet virtual economy. Hey man, you watched my video, didn't you?
Make your point.
I'm sticking to the topic. I'm substantiating my argument all the way across the board. The fact of the matter is, you check my shit. Then you brought up money, which isn't even a part of the conversation. You keep bringing up money, which basically tell me that you feel a certain type of way about the fact that I got money. Now, I'm not even gonna mention you with regard to money because I don't know what you got.
I love brothers making money.
It don't mean shit to me because this ain't a money fight. I never brought up money in the conversation yesterday, but you doing the same thing you did yesterday. You did it today. You brought up money, so it must trigger you and it feel a certain type of way. The third thing is you mention who it is that I lay next to every night. That's a problem. That's a problem. It's one thing to keep it on me. It's one thing to keep it on me. It's another thing to mention the person that I lay next to every night. You don't think that that's a problem?
Bruh, when you start talking crazy, you open the door for people talking crazy. That's why you need to watch.
And that is correct. You know, when you talk about you have 100 bad baddies and all that, you open up criticism, and this guy's gonna walk through that door in just a second.
It ain't me and you now. You gonna attack my family?
Like I said, when you start talking crazy and calling me a feminine man, which is like calling me a bitch, then you open the door for people to analyze you. Like I said, your whole lifestyle as far as how you look, you said I'm him. When you talk,
I am him.
People, you him.
Listen, I'm him in every sense. I think you. I don't think you him. I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. I went through your shit. I went through your shit. You dusty as fuck. You dusty as fuck. You broke as fuck according to what your shit look like. You not even remotely the type of dude that would even be able to get into the same doors as me, nigga. We different. I'm on a whole nother. I'm on a whole nother stratosphere. I am the personification. I am the personification of what the black community is supposed to be in every single state and every single facet of the word. My daughter is straight. My wife is straight. I ain't never been to jail. I ain't on no dumb shit. And I already know that a nigga is broke when they start talking about fighting. That's what a nigga resort to when they ain't got no other options. Niggas start fighting as though niggas is fighting at 40 years old.
Wow. I don't even think it takes me commenting on this after what we saw on the 5150 show, and you just heard what he just said. Wow, this is amazing.
But older. Ain't nobody taking them empty ass threats. You can fly here if you want to, bro. I'm not the one. I ain't never been that one. So however you feel about me personally, I'm gonna let you sit with that because you know me and you ain't the same. I'm 10 times better than you. But if you just want to substantiate yourself or you want to start having a conversation about how you was disrespectful and then I disrespected you also, we can get to that. You ain't gotta like me. But at the same time, I can respect you if you gonna be honest about who you are and how it is that you fucking operating. But if you gonna sit here and say that you ain't looked at my shit, if you gonna say that you ain't mentioned my family and that you could just go through and start disrespecting shit when you feel a certain type of way, that's a whole nother ball game. So we can play it however you want to play it, big dog. Because I'm not the type of nigga that's just gonna walk away either.
Okay, you finished talking? Because you do a lot of talking.
I do.
Talk crazy
I do.
But like, right, that's cool. But all I'm saying
I'm not fucking Queen Sheba. I'm not her.
Bruh, I'm not either. All right,
okay, then act like it and talk to me like a man.
You talking about something, you get on my page and I'm, nigga, you don't.
And apparently Queen Sheba is a reference from his Fight Club days.
Don't know nothing about me.
Call it what you want, nigga.
I live in the brother. You can call whatever you fuck. Ain't nothing dusty about nothing.
Yeah, you are, nigga. You dusty as fuck.
Ain't nothing dusty.
No. You wanted that smoke. You came up here. Listen, I thought we was gonna have a conversation. I thought we was gonna have a conversation. I thought we was gonna have a conversation about squashing the shit. I thought we was gonna have a conversation about squashing the shit.
I never called you no names.
You did, nigga. The first thing you said up here is.
What did I call you?
The first thing you said is you not him. You not this. You not that.
That's not.
So then. You know what it is? You not used to a nigga. You not used to a nigga matching your energy. You not used to a nigga that's superior to you.
You know, it's very interesting to hear a man call another man dusty. Men typically don't comment on the appearance in that fashion about other men. Interesting.
You're not used to a nigga that's superior to you. You not used to a nigga that's superior to you. Listen, bro. Listen, bro. You have no control over nothing. You got no control over nothing.
I hate to stop it, but this is a very interesting choice of words. Listen.
You're not used to a nigga that's superior to you.
Superior?
You not used to a nigga that's superior to you. Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
I mean, it's almost like words out of a racist textbook here. He's considering himself as superior to other black men. He's going to go in and call them Neanderthals and baboons.
You have no control over nothing. I get that. You got no control over nothing. Cool. You used to dealing with niggas. You ain't doing shit in the internet or real life. You lower than me on the internet and in real life, my nigga. In every facet of life, you lower than me.
Bro, we know you got money, bro. We know you.
I know, and you know too, nigga.
I'm not disputing that. That's great. That don't mean you're a better man than me or nothing.
I am. I'm better than you. Okay, so in what facet of life? In what facet of life are you better than me?
How about? So my sincerity is my credentials. You feel me? My heart is better than you. I deal with people.
Your heart ain't better than me, nigga. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
See, you're gonna talk over me, then we're not gonna get nowhere.
Okay, so all right, cool. No. This is how we gonna play it. See, this is my shit. This is my shit. This is how we gonna play it. This is how we gonna play it. This is how we gonna play it.
You know, this reminds me when I was a younger man and I smelled a little bit of taste of success, and you know, I kind of got ahead of myself, hit a rough patch in life, and it really brought me back down to earth. And I would probably say it humbled me. This very well could be the humbling moment for Anton. He reached success somewhat at a late age, and he really skyrocketed. He may not know how to handle it, and I think this is a classic example of not knowing how to handle success and deal with people who challenge you.
Listen. Cool, but let me set the rules if you decide that you want to stick around. We can have a respectful conversation. You're not going to say nothing.
Me already.
Are you going to let me set the rules? And if you don't agree, then you can leave. I'm going to set the rules. If you don't agree, you can leave. We're going to have a respectful conversation. We're going to get to the bottom of it. And we're going to listen to each other. I'm not going to interrupt you, and you're not going to interrupt me when I respond. Cool?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, so go ahead. Do your thing. You got the floor. I don't know if you dropped off or not.
Me saying that you're not him?
I think you got, just to be clear, I think you got a delay. So I'm letting you know that if I respond, it's because your screen keep going. You lagging. Your voice is lagging. I'm gonna hear you.
Me saying that you're not him is not a disrespectful statement unless somebody is very egotistical. By me saying that you're not him, that doesn't give you the right to call me a feminine man. That doesn't give you the right to call me dusty or none of these things that you can't prove. That's just me saying that you're not who you think you are. You going out your way to say I'm a bitch, call me a feminine man, does not equate to me saying you're not him. Who's him is depends on the eye of the beholder. Everybody has a different criteria for who's him. For me, if I say I'm him, that means I'm him in every way possible. What you just described is somebody who's in a very financially strong position. That's awesome, bro. But that don't make you him. That means you're him financially. And that's great. But that don't mean you him in every area of your life. That don't mean if me and you was in a room and you squared up, you won't be him then. So it's not about me pulling up saying I'm gonna threaten you. I'm saying that if you want to talk on an escalated level, it'll be a lot more fruitful if we talk like this in person. Because then we can see whose temperature is what. And we can see if we can have a respectful conversation or not. But jibber jabbering over the internet and calling people a bitch, that don't mean you him. So that's all I've seen you do is talk crazy.
This is another guy. Again, this is the third guy. Mr. 1950, this guy, and another guy, all of them saying, hey, man, all this big talk over the internet, this would be better suited for the streets.
People like myself on the internet. If you say you him, that means when a man looks at you, he say, I want to look just like Anton. When he see your clothes, that means he want to dress just like Anton. When he see who you around and who you galvanize, I want to be just like Anton. I don't think people want to be just like you. I don't think people want to be just like me. It might be something about me they like. It may be something about you they like. But when you strip a man of his resources and strip a man of his material items, that's when you see who's really a man. And I haven't seen you in that state, so I don't know what you are. I just know that you are financially literate and you have made good money for yourself. But I didn't disrespect you. You came on this panel calling me names and Dusty. Listen, dog, you don't know who I am. You don't know what I do. You just know that obviously I don't make what you make. That don't mean I'm Dusty. I have a luxury apartment. I got a nice car. I'm doing okay, bro. I don't need to be on your level. I'm doing just fine. I didn't come out my way to try to be famous. I didn't look for YouTube's fame and none of that. People just found me because I went viral for something I said, and I built a little following of supporters, not fans, but people that support my point of view. But the fact that I'm trying to emphasize is you speak from a point of arrogance. You say I'm him, and you say I'm king. You're only speaking. You talk about people bring up your money, but that's all you bring up. You're not saying you're the king of the world because you're a great person and because you just the most finest man. And you just physically fit. That's not what you're standing on your kingship on. You're standing on being a king because you feel like you got some money. But then you want to talk all this righteous shit. That's why I can't stand you black Christian motherfuckers. Because y'all talk all this righteous shit, but the person that you look up to wasn't a man who spoke about his wealth. Jesus was not a rich man. Jesus had a blue collar job. His homies were street people, and his main lady was a former prostitute. So none of you.
And here's again where he's attacking. I think the Achilles heel of many blacks that kind of code switches, Christians or Republicans, they can't live it fully. Here's a guy again. Anton he's him. He has baddies. He has a big ego that doesn't mesh very well with Christianity. All the bragging about the money, the flashy watches that he has on, the Bill and Nico hat, live with no fear, the flashy jackets. This is not what people look to for Christianity and traditional conservatism, I would go so far as to say.
You guys fit that criteria of being Christ-like. You just use that as a point of reference to seem like you're holy or you're benevolent, but you're not. It's just social and it's just political, but it ain't in your heart. So I don't never have to be as rich as you, Anton. I don't never have to have the money you got, but that don't mean you. If we're in a situation with this imano, flesh versus flesh, hands versus hands, power versus power, that's how you can show me you him. And you can't do that on the internet. You can't do that on YouTube. You can't do that via a keyboard. That's going to take me and you in the same vicinity, whether we're speaking or otherwise. So unless
and he's saying down on the streets again, that's where you're going to have to prove your mettle.
You're willing to do that, it don't make sense to hurl insults because that's not what you're trying to do. That's not even what I'm trying to do, but I will do it. That don't mean I'm a gangster. That don't mean I'm looking for trouble. It don't mean none of that. I just feel like when the conversations get that elevated, let's have it in person. You don't want to do that. So I would advise you to stop talking crazy about people that you don't personally know. Looking at somebody's pictures and saying that they dusty. These are things that goofy people say. You know how many millionaires walk around dressing like they shop at Old Navy and drive Subarus? You can't judge a person's wealth by how they look. So for somebody that's so well off, you would know better than that. I'm pretty sure a lot of your mentors, your $100 million mentors, they don't all look like millionaires. So judging people how they look, you just undermining your own arguments. You don't know what I got, and for you to call me Dusty, this conversation proves that you still want some type of confrontation. Because I ain't call you no names on this episode. I said you're not him, and I can say that. That's not calling you a bitch. I'm just saying, yo, in my book, based on the people that I categorize as him, which is not strictly based on their income, you don't fit that category. If I take away
it's interesting. If Anton Daniels has $100 million mentors, I wonder how do they appear? Do they appear as flashy as he does? If he has these $100 million mentors and they don't appear as flashy as he does, then why hasn't he taken anything from them?
All your money and take away all your resources. Would I want to be you based on your personality, based on the way you speak, based on the way you carry yourself, based on the way you take care of your body? Are you the person I would want to be like? No.
All right, you done?
I'm done for now.
Okay, so first and foremost, you can't control what somebody takes as disrespect. I don't abide by how it is that you see things. Your standards, from my perspective, are low. And you move the goalposts according to how you feel. You're such a disingenuous person that you're not even, in my perspective, a real man. Because a real man is, at the very least, honest about the things that he actually does. You lied on this show. You sneak this, which is what real men don't do. You resort to talking about what you would do in person, and we don't know what you would do in person, right? You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I do for my community. You don't know if I've ever gotten into a fight or not. You don't know nothing. And so the only thing that you're doing is you leaning on how you feel instead of starting to substantiate your argument. The reality is that I am a pillar in my community. I'm a reflection of the thing that I would want my daughter to marry. I actually mentor young guys 14 through 24, and I put them through college. I actually give over $250,000 into my community. I didn't move away from my community. I stayed in it, right? I don't have any illegitimate kids. I actually donate to the places that I used to go to school to. I actually build for the people that I substantiate myself for, right? I have so many people that depend on me. I employ people within the black community, right? I am a bag chaser so that I can be a bag giver, right? So what you substantiated as what you think about me as far as what my money does, my money is a tool. It's a way for me to continue to empower the people that's around me that allows for them to be successful also. Now, again, I still think you dusty. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't think you him at all. I think you.
And I still think I'll beat you the fuck up, but that's my personal opinion.
See what I'm
So
saying?
you calling me out my name? You're not calling me out my name. You can just talk without calling me names.
You emotional. I listened to you say every single thing that you wanted to say. You're not a real man, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of you. You don't even know how to have a conversation. Man, let me tell you about this guy. This is real.
Now, Anton doesn't know this man, but he's about to tell us about him. Now, watch this.
This is straight up, all the way across the board. I'm gonna just be real straight up. If these are the people that y'all cheering for, because this dude not even able to listen long enough after I extended my platform to him, and then he rage quit. I didn't remove him. He rage quit. He came on the panel.
I want you to notice one thing here. This is the black virtual economy.
Cheering for. Because this dude not even able to listen long enough after I extended my platform to him.
After he extended his virtual platform. There's no real world platform. Only virtual things exist in the black community now.
And then he rage quit. I didn't remove him. He rage quit. He came on the panel when he lied. He pulled up and I let him come on the platform because I don't duck no smoke. He lied. He couldn't even admit what he was lying about. And then when I started to pull he said, I don't know. I may have checked it out.
And here's the thing. He doesn't duck smoke. The problem is that there's so much smoke coming that, you're going to have to duck it. You won't be able to take on all this smoke inhalation here.
You know for a fact that if you're not following somebody on Instagram and you wind up looking at their story, their whole story, not half of it, but their whole story is because you searched them out. He had a lot to say about my family, but then he talks about disrespect.
And here's another example of the virtual black economy. They know the ins and outs of YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. They know the ins and outs of that. But you put them inside a house to try to get some repairs done. They don't know anything. They don't even have any clothes to do the repairs.
And then other people came on the panel and said that he do the same thing to they women. So if we talking about who's a reflection of what you're supposed to be within the community, and y'all asking me not to say nothing and I'm just supposed to be the bigger person, how, Sway? This man rage quit. He rage quit. He literally rage quit. I let him say everything he wanted to say. You know why I let him say whatever it is that he wanted to say about me? Because it don't mean nothing to me. Because my people know who I am. I'm in every city. Twice a month, at least every other weekend. I take flights to a different city every single weekend. People see me in the airport. They see me at the mall. They come to my meetups. They come to the Lapeef Let's Talk shows. And you know what they show? Love. Not one person since I've been on the internet. Not one person. The internet is the safest place in the world as far as I'm concerned. Not one person in life has ever pulled up on me in real life and said that I got smoke. Not one.
But in the real world, he has security. You don't need security from the confines of the internet.
Person. One person. I'm in every city, every location. Y'all see me, y'all say what up. You touch me, we take pictures, we flick it up. We don't say none of that. I'm not a tough guy. I don't want to be tough. I'm not interested in being tough. I think that what you just seen right there was a display of a monkey. It's the intelligence of a monkey. It's the mannerisms and it's the behavior of a monkey. Because
this is a very interesting talk. If a white man were saying this, he'd be banished from the internet, calling a black man monkeys. He's going to later go on to say that it's like the equivalent of throwing poo like a monkey.
You know what monkeys do when they get mad and they can't get their way and they start throwing tantrums? They start throwing doo-doo. They take a dump and then they start throwing doo-doo. Y'all should look it up. It's on YouTube.
You know, this just brings to mind the comment from Anton where he was talking with a guy about reparations, and Anton said, "I'd rather live in sundown towns than around people like you." And now he's saying that these people are like monkeys. They throw poo.
Monkeys get mad. They take a dump and then they start throwing doo-doo. They throw their own feces and it be all over their hands and then they start eating their food with it and they start eating their leaves. That's what monkeys do. The intelligence of a baboon. That's why you ain't got nothing. Can't substantiate one argument about anything that they've ever done for their community. But you doing what? You giving advice on the panel? Nigga, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck everything that you stand for. I'm not backing up. I'm not about to sit here and acquiesce over into the devil. Man, these is real life demons that's running around saying and doing whatever it is that they want to say. And y'all think that that's cool? Y'all think...
Again, you know, he allowed this man up on his panel. So part of the blame goes to him. This is his platform. This is his message being put out. In TV world, they would not allow this to happen. They would, you know, further control who would be the guests on the show. He needs to take control. And if all the people that are going to come up are going to be people that are going to confront him, he's going to have to be a one-man show, no guest allowed.
It's cool that real life demons could just run around and do whatever they want to do. Ain't did not one thing that's productive for the community. They sit here, make empty threats, throw doo-doo because they can't substantiate their argument. And I'm just supposed to be cool with that?
And again, you know, I'm still wondering, where is the business talk? I reviewed several videos of his now. I haven't seen one video to review that's strictly about business, the S&P 500, the real estate market in Detroit. We did tour one of his houses. You know, make of that what you will. It's probably the shortest amount of content that we've seen related to real estate.
I'm supposed to be cool with that. And then he rage quit. He rage quit. I let him get off all of his energy and then he rage quit. We are grown men. And he talking about he had threatened to put his little paws on me. I am a licensed carrier. I do walk around. Listen. You are more than welcome to be whatever it is that you want to be. The minute that I sense a threat, I will blow your fucking head off. And that is not a threat. That is just me defending myself. If I sense a threat.
And again, this conversation has gone very, very left. Now he's considering or talking about escalating to gunplay over a minimal conversation.
In the CPL class, the concealed pistol license class, they told me that if you feel like your life is on the line, then you have the right to pull out your pistol, but do not pull out that pistol unless you're ready to kill somebody. Now, I am not a person of violence. I do not advocate for violence, but it's a lot of people in my community that depend on me. I'm never fighting again in my life. I already did that. Those days are over.
And he was just trying to fight last week, if you remember that.
Stop it with the tough talk. You're not pulling up on anybody. You look like a monkey. You look like a baboon. Stop it.
I mean, again, this is very, very racist talk. I haven't watched much of his content, but if I would have just closed my eyes and listened to someone calling a black man or referring to a black man as a racist, a baboon, I've heard him refer to blacks as Neanderthal. People give me a hard time here on the channel. They call me a slumlord, things like that. But even I don't revert to comments like this when having a conversation with someone.
Just stop. But the one thing that's for sure and two things that's for certain is that I am God's darkest angel. And I will not have mercy on you just because you feel a certain type of way. I am God's darkest angel and I will not have mercy. I don't need your respect. I don't need your love. I don't need anything from you because you was never for me in the first place. I will defend myself. I will make sure that my family is still here. If anybody ever decides that they want to peel froggy, I am not threatening anybody. I never would. But the fact of the matter is this, I am him. I've been him. I'm still him. I've been the man since I was in high school. I was the man then, and I'm still the man now. I'm a reflection of what the black community is supposed to be financially, emotionally, relationship-wise, as a father, and you can keep on going.
mean, this is a this is a very braggadocious talk, full of hubris here. He is the man that the black community should be looking up to. What we should have more of Anton Daniels.
I don't care how you feel. I don't. The problem with Christians is that they care too much about what everybody else think that has no vested interest in what's going on in the church. We don't give a fuck. We don't care about how you feel about Christians. You ain't a Christian, nigga. What do we care?
And once again, that was Anton Daniels with an interesting confrontation on his channel with one of the panelists. Again, I don't see how he pulls out of this. He's going to see more and more people want to confront him all throughout YouTube. It seems like the winds are blowing against him. And if he gets out of this, he should go into public relations. Once again, I am John Galt, the Urban Landlord. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. Make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for joining.